The story you are about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed.
Hi guys, welcome to another video. This video, I wish I could make it earlier. I wish I could make it a couple of weeks ago and have it uploaded before the year ends, which ideally would be the 31st, but I have a feeling I'm going to upload this on the 1st. I don't think I'll have enough time to edit it today. I've been working a lot during the past couple of weeks. If you guys follow me on Facebook, you know that a lot of things in my life have changed for the better, but there was a lot of work that I had to do in the last couple of months for the preparation for all of the changes in my life and also my work in the laboratory. And my cat's just eating in the background. But yes, so I wish I could make this video a little bit earlier, but you know, it's here now, so I'm fine. This video it's just kind of like a last minute idea. I was initially gonna post what I'm going to say in this video on Facebook every December. One of the days I'll put together this big text of the things that happened to me that year, all the good, all the bad, and sometimes I try to like add in things that I learned after the experiences I've had. But this year I wrote it. I actually wrote it out. I was about to post it, but then I thought it's just a lot of the things were so delicate and precious, you know. They were so sensitive and at the same time so precious to me, the good and the bad, that it would be a little bit more genuine if perhaps I made a video. And this video is gonna sound super scripted, and it's only because literally I am reading off pages. This is what the Facebook post was gonna be. It was just gonna be a big ass post, but I just thought it's a little bit more genuine if I actually literally read it for you guys, because there's a lot of like, I don't know, it holds a lot of energy and special things to me. It's too important for me to just post it, you know what I mean? So this year was one of the weirdest years of my life. The good, I mean, I'm gonna say that again. I think I wrote somewhere in the post that the good was euphoric and the bad was absolutely miserable, and it was just a black and white year. There was really no middle ground. It was either really good or really bad. So without further ado, I'm gonna read this out for you guys. This was gonna be on Facebook, but I'm gonna make it into a video format for you guys. So again, forgive me if it sounds overly scripted. Literally, I'm gonna be reading it off for you guys, and maybe I'll add some comments in middle, but we'll see how it goes. All right, here we go. 2018 was one of the strangest years for me. From the very start of the year, I promised myself to take care of myself in every way possible, mentally, emotionally, physically, more than I ever have in the past, and I succeeded in that. It was probably the only year in my life where I wasn't held back by depression, by this cloud of darkness that I could no longer use to create art and get inspired by, as I had in the years before, but a shadow that was suffocating me. The very few people truly close to me saw a different side to me that I never knew existed. My mother told me that she had never heard me truly laugh until this year, that it was such an unfamiliar sound to her. I traveled to the US twice to do what I love. The first time to meet my dear friend Avelina, I saw the Mahafsoun violet dragonskin handbag come to life. Avelina and I explored Los Angeles, had so many meaningful conversations, and walked away with a new friend in our lives. I got to meet some amazing people during our joint meetup in LA and made new friends. I'm gonna make mistakes. Sorry. Oh, I'm horrible at reading. Also, I'm nervous. I don't know why I'm nervous. And Luna's here. I don't know if you guys can see her, but she's here. Anyway, my second trip to the US was to Las Vegas, Los Angeles, and Death Valley. The Death Valley experience was probably one of the most intense experiences of my life and one of the most magical. We traveled to one of the hottest places on earth in one of the hottest months to record a music video for the 6th Chamber. I was so incredibly honored to be trusted and to be thought of as a person to play the main character in this music video. Not only because the project itself was so magical, but also because the people behind it were so wonderful and inspiring. Everyone was so focused on making the video the best we could make it. This project also included a notable figure, Stanton LaVey, the grandson of Anton LaVey. The desert was truly ours for those few days, and I learned that a part of my soul truly does belong in the desert. This year, my darling Salme, my other half, finally moved to Canada. After 8 years of enduring distance, we don't have to endure that anymore. To always say goodbye after 2 to 3 weeks. My life gained more meaning after this year. She's sleeping in the other room right now. This year, my band Akith finally recorded in the studio together. Most of the band members in the same place at the same time for the first time. It was my very first time recording in an actual studio, a major step up for me and a huge step outside my comfort zone. It was surprisingly comfortable, perhaps because I had the best musicians, Lillian and Roberto, with me, guiding me through it, and my mother in the vocal booth recording some vlog footage and cheering me on, encouraging me as always. This year I got to catch up with some musicians and amazing individuals that inspire me and that I adore with all my heart. My dearest Wolf Brothers and Moonspell, which I hadn't seen for years, and the lovely Zen from Ni Obliviscaris. Zen has always been such a gentle and deep soul that every conversation with him is one that I cherish. Moonspell and I were planning to perform on stage again this year, but unfortunately, there was physically no room for me on stage this time. Nevertheless, I got to see my dear brothers and catch up with them before they headed to another city to cast their spell and bless their audience. We all looked forward to the next time, as sharing this stage with them is an eternal treasure to me. True story. This year, I saw one of my dear friends, Peter, get married to the love of his life, Aaron. I experienced my very first non-Iranian wedding, and it was so beautiful to see my friend so happy and starting a new journey in his life. Not all was positive, however. Not all was inspiring. This year, I realized that some of my friends' levels of how much they value me or want to work with me or hang out with me is probably based on how many followers I have. But this year, I also realized that I have some people in my circle that love me so much and that actually care about me more than people I've met in person. People that I can truly trust, people that want to know if I'm okay, people that truly care to hear about what is hurting me, and not because it excites them to hear about the drama. I cherish them so much. This year, I got my heart broken over and over again by those who call themselves my friends, by people I looked up to. I never experienced pain in such a way as I did this year. I thought that I would get stronger as I go further in my career, but in fact, I became more fragile. I felt replaced by those who were supposed to make me feel irreplaceable. I realized that my friendship with a lot of people was more of a business transaction to them. This year I was faced with a disappointing reality, one which I thought I'd never be confronted with. It was hard to go through it, being a woman that got to where she is today as an artist without dishonoring my name or pulling favors for anyone. I got here by myself. So I never thought I'd face the truth that still, in certain areas of show business and entertainment, only the girls that sleep with the boss get their trips paid for and get involved. Not the artist that bleeds to keep up her craft, her passion, her love. Not the artist that booked days off from her career as a medical professional, losing hundreds of dollars per day that she's taking off. No. That artist won't get anything. No payment, no real gratitude, none of that. Why? Because she's not involved with the people in charge. In her place stand beautiful but talentless girls with absolutely nothing to add to the project. Groupies. And me? I sit alone on the side and observe the madness that circles over and over again, shattering good people's hearts in the process of achieving the same result every time. Failure. Until the next opportunity, when I'll stand alone again and observe the same old movie being played back. As an artist, I felt cheapened, unappreciated. As a person, I felt sad and left out. One of the most hurtful moments of this year for me was getting my heart entirely shattered by an artist, a painter that I looked up to ever since I was a little girl, a person who I referenced every single time I got interviewed, every single time someone asked me what inspires me, her name would come up. An artist that considered themselves my friend, that even opened up their door to invite me over to stay with them when I visited. This person went from thanking me for referencing them as someone that I look up to attacking me and insulting me for referencing them as my inspiration. It was such a confusing moment in my life. I didn't think I could cry that much over such a thing. Having another artist that I look up to for years, my idol, becoming so heartless and evil out of the blue. This was a person whose imagination inspired my self-image, what I considered to be beautiful, and what I wanted to become since I was very young. This has happened to me before, having an idol turn out to be unkind to me when I met them or worked with them, and I thought that if it's going to happen to me again, I would be stronger about it. I was wrong. People can be terrible. She's painted me, entering me into her world of fantasy, which was once a dream I couldn't even imagine. I had the painting up on my office, proudly, as a symbol of a dream that came true. I had to take it down. It hurt me deeply every time I laid eyes on it. But as a result of this heartache, I made a new friend, a person who endured the same heartache. She's someone that I adore and someone that helped me recover from this pain. This person was like an angel, helping me heal from something that I thought would take months or years to recover from, because the last time this happened to me, it took me years. This year, my beautiful Abji, which means sister in Farsi, my soul sister, had her first child. I experienced watching her baby grow inside her from when he was the size of an apple seed. I never cared about pregnancy or the whole experience, but watching her experience it so beautifully made it the most magical thing to witness for me. Seeing this beautiful fairy-like human create the most magical little baby who I now love and adore. My dear friend Roberto visited Vancouver for the first time, staying with me for 2 weeks to go on adventures and work on Akith. During those 2 weeks, I realized how lucky I am to have friends like him in my life. Because of this, Akith, our band, is like family to me. I had so many amazing experiences working in the laboratory, meeting patients and hearing their stories in the 5 minutes that I'm with them. Feeling lucky that I have a career that gives my life more meaning. That I go home after work each shift feeling like I did something that mattered that day. No matter how exhausted I feel, I helped someone in their hardest time, in their healing process. This year, as all years, had its ups and downs, but mostly ups compared to the years before. It was far brighter and more positive. Easier to wake up every day, but its pains cut me deeper, made me bleed longer than ever before. The ups were highs and the lows were absolutely miserable. There is so much I wish to change for next year, so much I wish to achieve. Perhaps if I shared with you all, I have taken the first step toward achieving them. These are just a list of things that I hope to achieve or do differently in 2019. To create more videos, belly dance, vlog, art videos, and second channel videos. Just more of everything, especially belly dance videos. I miss doing them outdoors. To rent the dance studio again, I stopped for a long time. I was not inspired enough to. My goal is to rent it at least once a month, even if not to record videos, at least to have a bigger space to practice. To do more original music. I still create music, but I don't finish them and complete them enough to share them with you guys. To take more time to myself, to do nothing, to just be. I miss disappearing for hours and being alone, to write in my journal, read a book, and not look at my phone. I used to do that in the first few years that I started Mahafsoun, and then it became harder and harder to do this. True story. I used to have my journal with me, like a little diary, and I used to go to North Vancouver. I live downtown. North Vancouver is like an hour away. I would take this bus and it would go through the most beautiful route and it would get me to Horseshoe Bay, and I would just sit in a coffee shop there and write for hours. And I wouldn't really write anything in particular, just things that happened to me that day, the thoughts that I had, the plans that I had. And I think it made me a lot happier doing that. It made me feel like I had less burden on me. You know, it made me lighter. So I kind of miss doing that. I really want to do that again. I keep saying I will, but I did it a little bit this year. So maybe next year I'll do it a bit more. I want to travel more for Mahafsoun, to be a part of new projects and new adventures with people that will inspire me and motivate me to continue creating. But I also want to travel more just to be, to experience new places, new foods, and new adventures. Hopefully in 2019, Sal and I will move to a bigger place, even though our current place is on the smaller side, we both still love it so much. It's still home after all. And my cat is opening random drawers. Luna! I want to do more and more with Aketh, our band. More music, more videos, more adventures. And we will in February. We're traveling to Mexico and US, and we're gonna do our very first music video. Luna, I'm sorry for the knocking in the background. Luna's just opening and closing drawers for no reason. Fucking hell. Hold on, I'll be right back. This year I want to take advantage of the magnificent nature of Vancouver. Part of the reason why Vancouver is one of the most expensive places to live is because of its beauty and nature. I want to get lost in the forest more, use it for my shoots and videos more. I truly miss it. Maybe even make video blogs there with you guys. This list is so cheesy that I almost hate it, but this year I wish to be better to myself, whatever that means. I want to be good to myself. If that means doing more Mahafsoun/art, then be it. If it means taking more time to be alone with myself, then that is what I will do. I spend so much of my life nowadays worrying that I don't do enough for Mahafsoun, that I don't work enough, that I don't post enough. It becomes exhausting. I simply wish to be good to myself this year, to part ways with individuals that made me feel down or put me in situations that made me feel unwanted and unappreciated over and over again, and make room for those who will make me a better person, a more inspired artist. Here's a part for you guys. I genuinely love to read your experiences from this year, some notable moments for you, or moments that shattered you or broke your heart, whatever you wish to share, and of course, some goals you have for next year. Perhaps writing it out will be your first step toward realizing it. So yes, please use the comment section down below, and if I'm posting this on Facebook, comment wherever you like. I want to hear your stories. I want to know that I'm not the only one that went through weird things this year. Of course I'm not, but it's always nice to, hear your stories and kind of get to know what my people are going through. Share as much or as little as you want, and yeah, I hope that you guys enjoy this video. This is a kind of a different little video blog. Hopefully it's simple enough that I can edit it and get it done on the 31st, have it up tonight or for the 1st, so that maybe it makes more sense having it up on the 1st of January, because it's like the new year and the new me. I have such a migraine right now. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit down. I slept 15 or 16 hours, so I have a migraine. But yeah, I actually feel better already getting this out there. It was a weird year for me, and I don't know what more to add to the text, to be honest. It was, I just feel better getting it out there with you guys. It was just such a sensitive kind of topic for me that I didn't really just want to write it on a Facebook thing and just disappear and read the comments a week later. I wanted to put voice and face and emotion and me behind it, and hopefully next year is going to have more of the good and less of the bad, but I'm learning more and more each year that if I want to achieve what I want with Mahafsoun, then it's going to take more darkness to get there than I would like. See, the more people you work with, the further you go in your career. The chances of you working with a person that's going to suck out that inspiration from inside of you, make you feel plain and sad, is more likely. So that's what I learned this year. I have to kind of prepare myself for worse if I'm gonna get somewhere with Mahafsoun. Surprise, I talked too much and my camera decided to die. This is a camera I use for vlogs nowadays, but I'm on my iPhone right now. Say hi. I know you don't want to be in my video, but now you have to. I love you. I love you so much. What do you want to do for the new year? Sleep more? She looks so miserable. But yeah, so my camera died. I'm recording the last part of this on my iPhone. Hopefully, the quality difference is not going to shock you guys. I try to be consistent. Anyway, so I learned that if I want to get further with Mahafsoun, I have to work with more people, and that puts me at more risk of working with a couple of people that are just not very good human beings. And as much as I have to prepare myself for the worst all the time, which kind of sucks, you know, you do art to be inspired, not to scare yourself off and put yourself through weird situations. But the one thing that is not going to change, and I refuse to change that shit, is pulling favors for other people. And you know what I mean. You know what I mean when I say that. I'm trying to be polite on the internet, you know, but you know what I mean. This industry, let's be real, is not the most positive. Actually, no art industry is really that safe or positive. Being a belly dancer, you're, you know, I'm not gonna say you're objectified, but you are. Like, people think that a pretty girl or a girl that cares a lot about her looks or whatever, she's gonna do whatever it takes to go far. People think that because your art is a little bit sensual, because it's a little sexy, that you're open to doing whatever, you know, just so that you go further in your career. People don't realize that, you know, belly dance is simply a sexy art. It has nothing to do with you yourself being sleazy. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just ranting now. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. I'm trying to be I'm trying to be advertiser friendly, if you know what I mean. But no, realistically, people have such horrible misconceptions about girls in my field, girls that are artists, that are dancers, that do a little bit of modeling, and there's a little bit of too much makeup or a little sensuality in what they do, you know, and they think that you're just open to whatever just because your art is a little bit sensual, it's a little bit sexy. It sucks. It sucks. And I learned this year that being as honest to yourself, cherishing yourself, not willing to do cheap shit to get far in your career, that I'm gonna spend a lot of my time left out in the corner, because I wasn't the girl that was gonna do those things. I wasn't the girl that was gonna be involved with those people. That I just want to be an artist, like, and because I don't want to do anything other than just be an artist, you know, I am just left alone in the corner. It sucks. It kind of sucks. Like, watching yourself get to where you are and being proud of it. I'm super proud of it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like mopey or like, oh, I got here by myself. I'm very proud of it. But I thought that getting here the way that I did, it's not that where I am now is super successful. Don't get me wrong. There's so much I still have to learn. There's so much I still have to do. I got here slowly. Think of it. It took me 8 years to get to where I am today. Some people grow faster overnight, and they don't even have to do, you know, weird shit either. You know, it's different fields, different people. People have, you know, some people get further, they're more successful. So what I'm saying still is, I thought that getting here by myself, being honest to myself, all that stuff, it was gonna pay off. Now that I'm here, I find myself more lonely than ever, you know, in the industry that I'm in. I find myself with less friends, with a few less opportunities to work, and it kind of sucks. I don't know, it kind of sucks. You either kind of sell yourself cheap and you go far, or you choose to just be an artist and not do anything else, and you don't go that far. I don't know, but that's what I learned this year. And but at the end of it, I'm actually happier. You know, it sucks to feel left out, and you guys probably think that I never feel left out and I never feel lonely, but you do. Like, I'm no different than you guys. Just because I have a social media following doesn't make me any different than you guys, honestly. In any sense, it actually makes it worse, because you have thousands of people that like you, that follow what you do, but then when you really need a person, sometimes it's hard to find a person right there, you know, to a friend, you know, because your family is always there for you, but sometimes you just need a friend to rely on, and it's really hard to find it, and you find yourself lonelier than ever, and it kind of sucks, because you don't expect to be lonely. You think, oh, I have thousands of people that follow what I do, how lonely could I possibly be? And then you get to a point where you really need a friend, or really need a person, and you can't find one, and it sucks. So what did I learn? Just to like go through it and come out the other end. Even if I'm sad, come out the other end at least honest with myself, you know, to be honest, would I have done it differently just to have those job opportunities, just to have those experiences? No. No, no. I can't imagine doing that. So, with that being said, I hope that you guys all have an amazing year in 2019. I want to thank you guys so much for keeping up with me and for inspiring me and for being there for me. And you guys are the reason that I share these videos, that I want to share them, that I get inspired to, and I get excited to do things and share it with you guys. Because otherwise, I would just be an artist dancing in my bedroom and like not making videos, just doing it for myself. You guys are the reason I put it out there, and you guys are why I'm here. You know, I have a YouTube channel. I want to post. I have that structure to my life and that inspiration. And sometimes I'm hard on myself because I want to do better and I want to be a better artist. But at the end of the day, it's because of you guys that I do this the way that I do it. So much love to you guys. Thank you so much for following me this year, and I hope that I do more next year. I hope that I do better next year. And yeah, I love you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing year. I hope that everything that you want comes true. I hope that you come out the other end even stronger. And yeah, thank you for everything. Much love to you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
The story you are about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed.